Liv, and welcome to the question and answers with Prakriti. You are a mountaineer, a diver, a certified rescue diver. So I'm going to start with a very legitimate question everybody asks, which is, despite your achievements, आप शादी कब कर रही हैं?
I don't think so ever.
तो फिर बुढ़ापे में बेटा क्या होगा? ऐसे थोड़े ना जिंदगी चलती है.
अब वो तो फिर तब की तब देखेंगे. अभी तो मैंने लाइफ को 2 साल भी नहीं सोचा क्या होगा. I don't know.
परफेक्ट. तो जब आपको लोग ऐसे मतलब डिस्पाइट यू हैविंग डन सो मच, व्हेन दे रिड्यूस यू टू जस्ट द सोसाइटल नॉर्म्स, हाउ डज इट एक्चुअली फील?
I feel कि वो जो मेरे अचीवमेंट्स है उससे किसी को फ़र्क ही नहीं पड़ता. Nobody actually acknowledge the achievement I've done as a woman, as a mountaineer, as someone who has been away from home for a long time. There's no acknowledgement, but also a lot of stereotypes and societal pressure saying that I should do things in a certain way because life should be in a certain way. Despite how I've lived and been successful of what I've done so far alone. So I think it just makes me feel a little sad, but I think it is what it is, so it's fine.
Do you think if you were a man, things would have been different?
Very different. I think people would have praised me much more than what they do right now. I think they would have said, oh, बच्चे ने इतना नाम कमाया, बच्चे ने इतना पैसा कमाया, बच्चे ने नई गाड़ी खरीदी. तो वो it would have been very different, I'm sure.
Okay. You mentioned yourself as a mountaineer. However, people can refer to you as a mountaineer, as an influencer, as a content creator, or an athlete, or a professional liver like Ori claims to be. So out of all these titles, what do you think suits you the best?
I think a mountaineer, because I've learned everything on the mountains, and that's what my goal was initially. Ever since I shifted to Manali, I think I always wanted to be a trekker. Eventually changing it to become a climber, which I realized that I don't want to be. So now I want to be a mountaineer, which basically involves trekking, climbing, and summiting peaks.
Okay.
And I think I want to be called a mountaineer more than an athlete or an influencer. Especially influencer, I'm not at all. I don't want to influence people to shift to mountains. I don't want to influence people to quit their jobs. I just want to inspire them and aspire them to be what they want to be.
Oh, that makes sense. So, abhi we'll just continue with the questions related to mountains. So, now that your journey of mountaineering has begun well and properly, still, like in this 7 years of experience, which mountain is like the first mountain you remember?
It was Kanamo in Spiti.
Oh.
I was very young. I think I was 21. And I had no clue about what exactly trekking, hiking, mountaineering was. मेरे हिसाब से तो ऐसा था कि मैं सिर्फ सोचती थी कि ट्रैकिंग करने में मुझे मज़ा आता है. But there was this one time when Lara Acho told me that there is this mountain Kanamo, and there is this person who has climbed that mountain within I think 14 hours from the base to the top. And I don't know what went through my mind and my body. I just said I want to do it in 10 hours. And it just was like so impulsive. And I asked him, can you arrange a guide for me? And he called someone who was a friend. I met him while hitchhiking. And I was in the bus. I think I met him twice before, so I knew him. And he said, let's do it.
Okay.
Usse pehle I had spent almost 3 months already in Spiti. So I was very familiar with the environment, with the terrain, with the altitude. तो बस कुछ नहीं, हमने शुरू किया. I think we went to Kibar around 7 o'clock in the night. We were 3 people.
हाँ.
We went in the night and we started around 2 o'clock.
Okay.
मेरे पास इतने पैसे नहीं थे कि मैं गांव वालों को 1000 रुपए ऐसा परमिट दे पाऊँ.
Okay.
तो हम 2 बजे निकले before
Anybody would ask.
Yeah. और हमने क्लाइम करके 10.5 घंटे में नीचे आ गए थे.
Wow.
So I think it was, I don't remember exactly because it's been a long time.
हाँ.
I think 10 hours से 12 hours के बीच में.
Oh.
But we basically broke the record.
हाँ.
मतलब रिकॉर्ड तो क्या, जो उसने मुझे बताया, लारा आचो ने जो बताया,
हाँ.
वो तोड़ दिया था मैंने, which was my goal
हाँ.
apparently. So yeah, that was my first.
That's the first mountain you remember.
Yeah, I remember.
And Olive is here listening very keenly. भाई कुछ तो सीख लेगा आज. Now, so we were talking about mountains, right? So you remember Kanamo as your first dream mountain. Not actually dream mountain, but first mountain that gave you some kick out of mountaineering. Now, which one is your dream mountain and why?
At the earlier it used to be Everest.
हाँ.
And I thought Everest would be something that will take a lot of my energy and my rush about mountaineering.
But it
But I
only
think
took
it
time.
only
Oh,
it
money.
only gave me more.
Aja, but it took money.
It took, of course, money, a lot of money, but it also made me happy, and I could
Yeah.
pay back the money very, very quickly. And I also thank a lot of people to help me live my dream,
हाँ.
who contributed and helped me do it.
हाँ.
But right now my goal and my dream mountain would be Kanchenjunga, जिसके लिए मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है कि मुझे बहुत साल वेट करना पड़ेगा. It's been 2 years that I've been trying to get to that mountain, but I'm not able to raise money for that.
हाँ.
Raise money मतलब मैं crowd fund नहीं करना चाहती हूँ,
हाँ.
but just to have that much money that I can go to that mountain is also a tricky part. और उसमें लगेंगे 20 लाख. तो ठीक है, देखते हैं कब जाएंगे वहाँ.
हाँ, मैं कर सकती हूँ 20 साल में हेल्प.
बुढ़ापा आ जाएगा तब तक.
तो ये तो कंचनजंगा की बात हुई. बट इफ गिवन अ चांस टू क्लाइंब आइदर आमाडबलम और मकालू और एवरेस्ट अगेन, व्हिच वन विल यू गो फॉर? फुली फंडेड.
मकालू.
व्हाई?
क्योंकि मकालू महंगा था.
हाँ.
तो मैं फुली फंडेड चली जाऊंगी. और मैंने वो उस तरह से नहीं जिया जिस तरह से मैंने एवरेस्ट जिया. एंड आई वाज जस्ट स्ट्रगलिंग टू लिव while descending down. मतलब जाने में तो मैंने अच्छे से किया. I think I remember being happy at the top. I don't know, not that happy as I was on Everest. And I didn't get to spend a lot of time on Makalu as well. I think I spent only 10 minutes to 15 minutes.
Okay.
But if given a chance, I would like to do that same path again to relive those times that made me feel alive. Or maybe dead.
How weird it is. You feel alive in death zone. Why?
Yeah, that's the thrill I like. That you are dying every second, but you're also alive every second.
That's the. So I had sent you something on these lines ना. एक वीडियो भेजा था skydive का कि it gives you such adrenaline that your normal mundane life starts looking very depressing. So how do you deal with that?
Yes, that's the problem. After I've done Everest, I think I've never had any moment that has made me more happy than being at the top of the world. And every day when I'm around these views, I am still thinking of something more beautiful, beyond. I don't know what I'm seeking, but I think I'm seeking something way more than just this. And I feel like कभी-कभी मुझे लगता है कि ये मैं क्यों कर रही हूँ, क्योंकि this whole valley, driving on these roads, people crave for this.
Yep.
And I sometimes take it for granted. Sometimes, I'm not saying every time, but when it comes to looking at the views and being in awe, I think I take it for granted.
I am तो in awe. भाई क्या गजब है.
But मेरे लिए रोज का हो गया है, तो maybe it has become boring. Not boring. Boring is not the right word, but something that's not.
It has become a part of routine.
Yeah, I think it has become a part of routine, and I don't get the rush anymore.
हाँ. तो अभी तो जैसे आपने बताया कि कंचनजंगा है और एवरेस्ट, मकालू, ये सब एक रेंज के हो गए. Is there any other range than this that you eye?
there are a lot of mountains I want to climb, but everything comes with a cost. Like I want to climb Denali in North America. It's the highest mountain.
Okay.
It takes about 15 lakhs.
Okay.
And I want to ski down from there. It's a 6,000 meter, but I want to ski down from there.
Okay.
So that would be another expensive deal. But yes, I think that would give me a rush to combine mountaineering and snowboarding.
But you wanna ski?
No, it's also called ski down. There's no word like snowboard down. So you have to say ski down only.
Okay. Got it. So now we'll talk about mountaineering for something that people can take tips from, right? Though I know your beginner mountain would not be something as कि मैं त्रिउंड चढ़ के आ गई types. Still, for you, which is a beginner mountain, and to recommend people a beginner mountain, what would it be?
अगर trekking type करना है तो I think trekking के लिए तो go for hikes anywhere. It could be Triund also, just to see how your body feels. And do you like the challenge? Do you like to put yourself under pressure and to put yourself under such circumstances where you are tired but you still have to push through? So I think Triund is a nice thing to do if you are into trekking. But I think if you want to climb, I would suggest doing Friendship Peak, Yunam, Kanamo. All these 3 mountains are nice for beginners. It doesn't have a lot of technical aspect, but it also allows you to be on the ice, glacier, and depends. Like it all depends on the season. Which season do you choose? Because sometimes on Kanamo you don't have anything, like no snow at all. It's just the scree that you have to walk, but it's still altitude. So you know how your body behaves in the altitude and your brain behaves in the altitude.
Okay.
For Yunam, it's the same because it's 6,180, something like that. So sometimes there is no ice at all, no snow at all. But there are times when you have snow and ice both.
Okay.
So it depends which season you choose. But these both mountains can help you understand how your body behaves in the altitude.
Okay.
If you choose Friendship, then Friendship Peak is about 300 meters.
Okay.
It's not very high, but you get an idea of camping, summit camps, and using crampons on the glacier and climbing from the shoulder.
Okay.
So all of that you will get an idea. It's not a very technical mountain. It's very basic.
Okay.
But yes, you will get an idea.
Okay. So, despite this, whom would you term as a beginner mountaineer?
Somebody who loves mountains and who basically aims to get to the top of a mountain. Like maybe you dream of getting to the top of a mountain. I think that's where you start becoming a basic mountaineer.
Okay.
And then you have to start learning the skills. Basically how to walk on the glacier, how to use entire crampon, how to use an ice axe, how to hold an ice axe, how to wear a harness, basic knots. There are 3 basic knots.
Okay.
So I think if you know all of this and you dream of getting to the top of a mountain, then I consider you a basic mountain.
Okay. तो अभी जैसे आपने ये सारी चीज़ें बताया, इसमें मेजरली थिंग्स आर हाउ यू कैन हेल्प योरसेल्फ. बट ऐसे जैसे फ्लाइट में बोलते हैं ना कि दूसरों की मदद करने से पहले अपनी मदद करो, माउंटेन्स में भी सेम केस रहेगा?
Yes and no, depends in which terrain you are in. If you are in a terrain which you are comfortable and you know that you know more than it's required, then I think you can help.
Okay.
But if you don't know, in a situation like, say, I am not a rescue mountaineer, so I've not done any rescue courses. So if there is somebody who is stuck in a crevasse, let's say, or who is crossing a river which is more than waist length, then I wouldn't be able to help, and I wouldn't risk my life helping. So in this case, yes, you should not help unless you can help yourself.
Okay.
but keeping the basics in mind, like if you are not climbing in the mountains, you're just trekking and you're in a safe environment, very low altitude, then you should definitely help if somebody needs it.
ओके तो इसके अलावा व्हाट डू यू थिंक माउंटेनियर्स में ऐसा क्या क्वालिटी होता है जो लोगों को एम्बॉडी करना चाहिए अपने ज़िंदगी में फॉर बोथ इन अ माउंटेनियर एंड एज अ जनरल पब्लिक?
I think when you become a mountaineer or you don't become a mountaineer, the quality that is always nice is that we respect each other. We don't in the mountains nobody is bigger than each other. It's the mountains that hold the most power. So I think we respect nature and mountains more than anything, and we don't put down other person even if they have less knowledge or they have less experience. We don't put them down. So basically it's the idea of not putting down someone.
Okay. Now, one big question which I'm sure many people have asked you. Do you think mountaineer can be like a career option in India?
At the moment I don't think so. People don't recognize me even now. My profession is still a content creator, and I still earn money through that. And becoming a mountaineer, I don't think so. There are not many brands who want you to climb any mountain and they pay you for that. Or they ask you to go to a mountain and shoot a brand video because they don't trust you even yet. So I think it cannot be a profession, definitely can be a passion. And you have to sail through two boats. If you wish to be a mountaineer, then you need to balance out something that can earn you, and basically you can fuel your passion through that.
Very expensive passion.
Yeah.
अच्छा, तो ये मुझे सवाल पहले पूछना था बट मैं मिस कर गई इसको. एंड इट इज़ कि मतलब ठीक है, हर इंसान की अपनी विक्ट्री होती है एंड वी रिस्पेक्ट दैट एवरीथिंग. But you having done so much in terms of mountaineering, when you मतलब obviously people ask कि अच्छा क्या करते हो, and you tell them that I'm a mountaineer, I've climbed Everest, and when they revert with oh you've climbed Everest, I have also climbed क्या बोलते हैं, I have also trekked to Parashar Lake. How do you feel in that moment?
I feel lack of knowledge and lack of awareness about mountains completely. And which is fine, like I don't feel bad about it.
Okay.
Because what I've done is not very common. There are very few people who have done that. Very few people. I think about 800 people in India who have done that. Across the world, I think only 8,000 people.
Okay.
So when somebody tells me that they have done Kedarkantha and they feel that they have achieved something beyond, I do get it, and I don't find it annoying at all.
That's amazing. So, talking about living in mountains, लोगों को हमेशा ये रहता है कि अरे तेरा मस्त है, तू पहाड़ों में रह रही है, अकेले रह रही है, अपनी मर्जी का कर रही है, दिस एंड दैट. तो आई अग्री, इट्स वेरी ड्रीमी एंड इट इज़ सॉर्ट ऑफ आइडियल, बट इट कम्स विद इट्स ओन कॉस्ट्स. तो आपके लिए पहाड़ों में रहने का सबसे मुश्किल पार्ट क्या है?
अकेले रहना. और पहाड़ों में वो कंफर्ट उस तरह से नहीं मिलता जिस तरह से शायद पहाड़ घर में मिलता है.
ओह गॉड, लुक एट प्लास्टिक, माय गॉड.
पर ये लोग सेग्रीगेट कर रहे हैं ना.
तो वी वर टॉकिंग अबाउट फैसिलिटीज इन द माउंटेन्स, राइट?
तो
एसी ऑन हो गया?
मेरे पास वो नहीं होता है कि कंफर्ट जो है वो शायद बहुत कम है. जो शायद सिटी में रह के या मम्मी पापा के पास रह के होता, वो उतना नहीं है. सब कुछ खुद मैनेज करना पड़ता है. कई बारी तो बीमार हो तो भी मैनेज करना पड़ता है. तो वो that's typically very hard.
I remember you saying कि अबे यार यहाँ ब्लिंकिट नहीं है.
हाँ, जब तूने पहली बार ब्लिंकिट किया था और 5 मिनट में लिटरली घर पे सामान आया था, तो मुझे ऐसा लगा शिट. जब मुझे कुछ सामान चाहिए होता है तो मैं प्लान करती हूँ, मैं डायरी में लिखती हूँ ये सामान लाना है मनाली जाके. क्योंकि घर के पास सिर्फ दो शॉप है, वो भी इतनी वैरायटी वाली शॉप नहीं है. तो कंफर्ट इज ठीक.
तो अभी मैं 4 दिन रही हूँ सिर्फ अकेले, और मुझे उसमें समझ आया कि भाई पानी की शॉर्टेज बहुत है इधर. तो उससे कैसे डील करते हो?
उसको प्रिजर्व करके, कम यूज़ करके। लोग कहते हैं रोज़ नहाना चाहिए, रोज़ नहाना चाहिए। यहाँ रह के देखो तब पता चलेगा कि रोज़ नहाना ज़रूरी है भी कि नहीं। समटाइम इट्स नॉट नीडेड। ठीक है, मतलब
हाँ
नहाना इज इन जस्ट द थिंग,
हाँ
इट्स लाइक सब्जेक्टिव। पर लेकिन यहाँ रह के समझ में आता है कि अगर पानी नहीं बचाओगे तो परेशान तो खुद ही होगे। तो जो उसको रिसोर्स को यूटिलाइज, प्रॉपर यूटिलाइजेशन है वो तो अब आ गया है।
ओके ओके। तो मैंने जैसे अभी आपने खुद बोला कि अकेले रहना इज़ द मुश्किल पार्ट, एंड व्हेन पीपल ड्रीम ऑफ एन आइडियल लाइफ लिविंग इन द माउंटेन्स, सॉलिट्यूड इज़ वन ऑफ द मेन रीजंस व्हाई दे सीक दिस, राइट? कि सिटी लाइफ में इतना हासिल है, बस है, मैं अकेले पहाड़ में रहूँगा टाइप्स। पर मैंने देखा कि पहाड़ों में कम्युनिटी लिविंग बहुत है। शहर में आपको अपने नेबर के बारे में नहीं पता, बट यहाँ पे आपका नेबर आपको पूछेगा कि तू रात में लेट क्यों आई। सो हाउ ट्रू इज दैट आइडियल अकेले एकांत में रहूँगा?
मतलब रहे तो आप अकेले ही रहे हो ना, बिकॉज यू आर अवे फ्रॉम द रूट्स।
हाँ
दीज आर नॉट योर रूट्स,
हाँ
सो यू विल ऑलवेज बी एन आउटसाइडर।
ओके।
एंड व्हेन यू आर एन आउटसाइडर, आपको हमेशा वो कमी महसूस होगी, चाहे लोग आपको फील कराएं ना कराएं, वो ज़रूर महसूस होगी। एंड कमिंग बैक टू द कम्युनिटी लिविंग,
हाँ
बाहर लोगों को फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता कि जहाँ हम रहते हैं वो फ्लैट में साथ वाले में कौन रह रहा है, हमें ये फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता।
ट्रू।
But that's because people are busy with their life and the life is super fast.
हाँ.
And everybody is only thinking about themselves.
हाँ
यहाँ पे गांव में रहने का फ़ायदा भी है और नुकसान भी।
हाँ.
People are indulged in your life.
हाँ
कि तुम क्या कर रहे हो, कैसे कर रहे हो।
हाँ
And sometimes they are really like they want to know everything about you. So yeah, it's part and parcel. अच्छा भी है कभी-कभी
हाँ.
कि कोई है,
हाँ
और अजीब भी है कि कोई बहुत ज़्यादा घुस भी रहा है।
ओके। तो अभी घुसने से मेरे को एक चीज़ याद आती है कि जब हम दिल्ली में गाड़ी चलाते हैं तो लोगों को कोई सेंस नहीं है ट्रैफिक का। उनको बस अपनी गाड़ी हर जगह घुसा देनी है। 2 फीट की गाड़ी में अपनी 4 फीट की वो लगा देगा, वैगनर लगा देगा भाई हमारा। लेकिन यहाँ पे ड्राइविंग सेंस बहुत अच्छा है काफ़ी लोगों का, मेजॉरिटी का, कि पास दे देना, रश ना करना, टाइम पे डिपर देना, हाई बीम लो कर देना, फलाना ढिमकाना। और उसके बावजूद ट्रैफिक बहुत लगता है। तो ये जो कॉन्सेप्ट है कि लोग शहर छोड़ के दूर आना चाहते हैं बिकॉज दे वांट टू रन अवे फ्रॉम द ट्रैफिक, व्हाट्स द रियलिटी हियर?
रियलिटी इज समथिंग कि हमें टूरिस्ट सीजन होता है और
हाँ.
जब बाहर से लोग आते हैं तो उन्हें आइडिया नहीं है। हम जब सिर्फ लोकल्स रह रहे होते हैं, नाउ आई विल कॉल माई सेल्फ लोकल क्योंकि मेरे को बहुत साल हो गए, बट हम जब खुद रह रहे होते हैं और टूरिस्ट सीजन नहीं होता तो ट्रैफिक कभी भी नहीं लगता, बिकॉज एवरीबडी नोज हाउ टू ड्राइव एंड पीपल आर नॉट हॉन्किंग।
हाँ
हम लोग अगर कोई मिल गया रास्ते में तो हम रुक जाते हैं बात करने के लिए। पीपल बिहाइंड ऑल्सो वेट टिल वी एंड आवर कॉन्वर्सेशन।
हाँ
सो इतनी अंडरस्टैंडिंग, जनरल अंडरस्टैंडिंग है, उसमें जान पहचान होने की भी ज़रूरत नहीं होती है कई बार।
हाँ
बट लेकिन जब टूरिस्ट सीजन चालू होता है एंड पीपल फ्रॉम आउटसाइड कम,
हाँ
तब की और होता है क्योंकि लोगों को चलानी नहीं आती, लोगों को पास देना नहीं आता, लोगों को स्लो डाउन करना नहीं आता, एंड इट जस्ट बिकम्स अ मेस। सो आइडियली आई थिंक पीपल who come and drive here, they should understand that you have to drive with patience when you are in the mountains, and it helps everyone who are living up here. If you wouldn't compare your Kedarkantha with anything, if you knew that what you have done is amazing, you wouldn't ever compare.
Right.
And if you had known that what is Everest and how does it happen all together, you wouldn't compare. So it's fine, like it's just lack of knowledge. If it was arrogance, I would say it's not nice, but I think it comes out very innocent to me.
Okay, that's good. Which is like the funniest incident in these terms कि मतलब आपने किसी से अपना experience share किया हो and they reverted like a funny experience.
So I told someone, there were people asking me. I was on Everest Base Camp trek and somebody was coming down. A group was coming down and they asked, so what do you do? Do you guide on Everest Base Camp trek? I said, yeah, I've climbed Everest. And they were like, yeah, we just did. And I was like, okay, but it's not the season to climb Everest. Because I genuinely thought that they climbed Everest. And they said, no, we just came from the Everest Base Camp climb. I said, okay. So it was like so funny that they thought that I climbed Everest Base Camp and not Everest. So it took me a while to make them understand, and probably I could understand that they have not climbed Everest, but they only went to Everest Base Camp.
ये तो मजा आता है. मेरे साथ भी 2-3 बार हुआ है. somebody किसी और ने बोला अपने किसी नोन को, like a second person told a third person कि इसकी बहन ने एवरेस्ट चढ़ा है, and their reaction immediately is हाँ base camp. And then I'm like, no, the top.
Because a lot of people think that climbing Everest is only base camp.
Oh,
You can't climb Everest.
So as a female mountaineer, so I'm not saying it in a condescending manner at all, but owing to your height, owing to your general physique and the notion people have कि अरे ये तो बच्ची है, and on top of that you are a woman, so how is the treatment everywhere? If you could compare, you've climbed in Nepal, how was the treatment there? In Africa, how was it? In Europe, how was it?
I think it have always been the same.
Okay.
People assume that I can't do anything, and people think that she's not gonna go and reach anywhere. When I even reached the base camp of Everest, everybody thought that I'm not gonna go anywhere, do anything. Everybody thought, she's just gonna reach Camp 1 and it's over for her after.
God.
But I think with time and how I acclimatize and how I behave on the mountain, I think people understand slowly that I'm more than what they thought. So it's fine. I think I've gotten used to it, and that's why it doesn't bother me anymore.
Okay.
Like even now, just now when I went to Nun, the porter asked me almost 10 times that, oh, are you going to climb? Are you going to climb? अच्छा, आप तो सिर्फ बेस कैंप तक जाओगे. हाँ ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं, बेस कैंप तक ही जाओगे ना. So I could see it in his eyes that he didn't consider me that I will ever climb. And when I came back also, he was like, oh yeah, I knew you wouldn't be able to make it.
Wow.
I said, okay. Matlab, sometimes I don't even explain people that why I didn't go further. So yeah, it's fine.
तो ये तो आपका सेंसिबिलिटी है कि you have adapted to it and you don't mind it anymore. पर जो बाकी लोग हैं इस फील्ड में, especially women, what tips would you give them? I know there are very limited number of women who are doing this, pursuing it as their full-time thing and making money in terms of content creation out of it. What advice would you give to someone who is starting out to do this?
Even if you are not starting out to do this, I think you have to come out very confident in a world which always puts women down. There are a lot of people who would say ki at the moment equality has gone higher for women and stuff like that, but it's not. Like me personally, I've seen the comparison way too much in mountaineering field or in any field which involves physical abilities, and the way women usually are very very thin sometimes or very thick sometimes. Like basically they judge you on the basis of how you look. So I think you have to come out very confident of what you want to do, and if you can come out confident, then everything surpasses, and you can shut people off without even saying a word.
Right.
With what you do, sometimes you don't have to say everything. You have to show them. Like पहले नहीं बोलते थे कि जो लोग बोलते ज्यादा हैं वो करते कम है. तो वही बात है कि अभी हमें करके दिखाना पड़ता है, बोलना कम पड़ता है. तो अभी मुझे तो बोलना ज्यादा नहीं पड़ता. I don't prove myself by my words, I prove myself by what I do.
मैं एक फॉलो अप क्वेश्चन लूँगा पुराने क्वेश्चन का, which was कि मतलब आपने पहली बार जब चढ़ा तो people considered you won't be able to do it. Now on these lines, you were at the base camp and you must have been surrounded by people who were going for Everest for a second or a third attempt, where they had not climbed it before, the mountain did not favor them, however the situation might have been. So when you go to a mountain for the first time with people who have been defeated by the mountain once or twice, how does that feel? Where do you, like, how do you put your mind to the right framework in terms of accepting that it might not be it?
That's when you train your mind before the mountain. Like you have to train your mind, body simultaneously to behave in a certain way. Like when you are on the mountain, for example Everest, I'm telling about Everest is because it's a very commercial mountain, and there are a lot of people and a lot of people with different experiences. So their experience would always differ from what you are gonna experience or what they have already experienced, because the timeline would differ. They will go for acclimatization before you, or they have done, or like you said, they have done the mountain before you once or twice. So their experience would differ, and if you have trained your mind before, like to not listen to all of this, to trust your abilities, to trust your training, to trust or on your decision making. If you do that before, like when I used to train for Everest, I did training for about 5 to 6 months. I used to run in cold, and when I was on Everest, there were people who were telling me, oh, it's very cold on the mountain, Camp 1 is super cold, and you can't even go out of the tent, and this and that. But because I trained myself in very cold temperatures, I knew that my body is not gonna suffer. And when I actually went there, my body did not suffer at all. Like I enjoyed the cold way more than anybody else. So I think training helps a lot in big expeditions, especially big expeditions like 8,000 meters. And they help you understand your body, mind way before than being on the mountain.
तो अभी यहाँ पे एक ब्रेक लेते हैं.